Okay, welcome back to another episode of Third and 23. I'm your host, Alex, here to bring you another pick and prediction video in the NFL. We're talking week 9 of the NFL season. So last week, I give 4-1 ATS. The week before that, 4-1 ATS. So 8-2 the last 2 weeks. Goal is always 60%. We're on our way towards that. There's still a lot of season left to play. Sitting at 15-10 right now. So in this video, I got 5 more games on tap for you. Let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to start things off with the 49ers visiting the Giants. Niners coming to this game as a 2.5-point favorite. Couple stories to note in this game. One, as far as I understand it from what I've read, and maybe you've read something different, Brock Purdy is healthy enough to be active and come back for the 49ers this week, but the Niners are still going with Mac Jones as a starter. Mac Jones, 7.1 yards per attempt, 7.5 average at the target. That's a lot of dinking and dunking a little bit, but he's doing it at an elite level, right? 6th in the league right now, total expected points. And he's doing that without Brandon Ayuk, without Ricky Pearsall, who both have missed the majority of the season. George Kittle as well missed the majority of the season, though, even though he's back right now. So he's getting it done. It's a lot of throws out of the backfield to Christian McCaffrey. And in this game, the second story to note, in this game, the Giants are going to be without both their starting corners. Cordell Flop, Paulson and Debo both out. So now you got an opportunity if you're the Niners, you might be able to stretch the field out there to Kendrick Bourne and some other guys to make some big plays if you're Mac Jones. I think the opportunity is going to be there because before these guys went out, the Giants' pass defense average 6.9 yards per attempt. EPA per play is 19th in the league. So, average. Now you got backup corners. Man, Mac Jones is going to have an opportunity in this one to hit some plays down the field. Then we look at the running game. The Giants, 30th in the league against the run. I believe they allow 5.5 yards per carry. Christian McCaffrey's been struggling all season. I mean, this might be it for him. But he's averaging 3.5 yards a carry. This is if you can't run the ball in this game, Christian McCaffrey's not going to be able to run the ball the whole year. So this is it. And I think he might be able to run the ball in this game. Now you're talking balance for the 49ers offense, going against these backup corners, passing the ball. Christian McCaffrey against this terrible run defense for the Giants. Now the 49ers, I think, are going to start to move the ball down the field. I see the Niners putting a lot of points up on the board in New York. And counter that, the Giants, Darts, he's 30th in the league right now in completion percentage. So he's looking like a rookie, right? 30th in the league in completion percentage. You got no Cam Scatterable. You're going to have Tyrone Tracy start at running back. So this Giants, and you got no Malik Neighbors. This is a very limited Giants offense, right? So I know the 49ers got a lot of issues, some with health, some really just effectiveness on defense. They haven't really been that strong on defense either. But in this matchup against the Giants, I don't see the Giants offense doing much in this game to keep pace with the 49ers offense. So I'm going to take the Niners and lay the 2.5. All right, let's move on to the next pick. Chargers visiting the Titans. You see the Titans on here. You already knew you were going to see them. You see the Titans on here a lot for good reason, right? Why go away from the well, Cam Ward is going to keep giving it to you. Might as well take it. Cam Ward, dead last in expected points by a wide margin. 33rd out of 34 quarterbacks. Some backups that have played. In sack percentage. The offensive line's getting him sacked all the time. He's 31st in yards per attempt. He's 34th, dead last in completion percentage. The Titans' offense can't move. It's like a struggle for them to get one touchdown in the game. It's not a very good offense. And you're going against a Chargers defense that has been one of the top 10 defenses in the league by most metrics for most of the season. This is going to be a difficult situation for the Titans. Then they're 32nd. They're dead last in converting third downs. And by the way, the Chargers and Justin Herbert, they're first in the league. So now you're talking about the Chargers always on the field, methodically moving the ball down the field. You got a run defense that's 26th in the league. Kamani Vidal has 100 yards rushing 2 of the last 3 games. The Chargers are going to have time of possession in this game. The Chargers are going to hit chunk plays in this game. Justin Herbert, top 10 in pretty much all metrics across the board in passing against a Titans defense that's 28th in expected points allowed. The Chargers are going to do what they want when they want in this game. Jim Harbaugh is not the kind of coach who's about to struggle or lose a game to Cam Ward and this pathetic, pitiful Tennessee Titans offense. So call it what it is. I'm going to keep going to the well. 9.5. I mean, you're telling me not going to win by double digits? I'm telling you they are. I'm taking the Chargers, and I'm going to lay the 9.5. All right, moving on. Next game. We got the Falcons visiting the Patriots and the red hot Drake May. Is Drake May going to win MVP? Second in expected points, first in explosive pass plays, third in yards per attempt, first in completion percentage. And the Patriots don't really got, a who's who of wide receivers out there. Yeah, you got Stephon Diggs, but he's kind of on the backside of his career. Let's be real. But Drake May is still cooking. When he's under pressure, he's hitting 9.3 yards per attempt. So that means he's hitting big plays down the field when he's completing balls when he's under pressure. And the Falcons are only an average pressure group anyway. So I don't see the Falcons being able to, despite the fact they're second in the league in pass defense yards per attempt, I think you're going to see Drake May hit some throws down the field as well. The Falcons aren't going to completely contain and shut down Drake May in this game. And then on the flip side of that, because the story in this game for me is quarterbacks. That's what Drake May is doing. Now you got an inconsistent Michael Penix. He's up, he's down, he's left, he's right. I don't know what he's going to do. Quite honestly, I'd say Kirk Cousins is probably the better quarterback on that team right now. Maybe not going forward, but I'd say right now he is. So which Michael Penix are we going to see? Is he going to be able to keep pace against the Patriots? Is he going to be able to hit some throws down the field, considering that the Patriots are the third-ranked rush defense in the league? And this might be a game that Bijan, maybe he doesn't go completely off, even though he's sixth in the league right now in rushing yards per game. So if Bijan is getting stonewalled a little bit against his top-ranked Patriots rush defense, Penix is going to have to hit something down the field, because Drake May is going to hit some chunk plays, and he's going to hit some plays down the field. So he's going to be able to keep pace. And my answer to that is no. I'm going with New England, and I'm going to lay the 4.5. I think Michael Penix is just, I don't know if he's ever going to be the answer, but he's just not it to me right now. So go ahead and give me the Patriots. I'm riding red hot Drake May to keep it riding at home in Foxborough. All right, moving on to the next game. We got the Saints visiting the Rams, another team that you see on here a lot. We got the Saints, who I believe are the second worst team in the NFL, only better than the Tennessee Titans. Saints are easy to pretty much break down. First off, they got nothing on offense, right? You got Alvin Kamara. Some people might tell you, Alvin Kamara's averaging 3.6 yards a carry. I believe he's 30 or about to be 30. He's at the end, man. He's at the end of his career. He's not about to blow up and improve and do something to anybody going forward. Now the Saints, they bench Spencer Rattler, who, to me, if you looked at the numbers, he wasn't particularly playing poorly. He just wasn't taking any chances. He wasn't hitting anything down the field. The Saints' offense was bogged down. Now they start rookie Tyler Shough. He's going to make his first start. Is he going to be able to do something different? They really don't got anything on the outside of Chris Olave, and I don't really know how much you're going to get out of him. Rashid Shaheed too. He's got wheels. He can play downfield. Can Shough get it to him though? This is a tough game to start a rookie in his very first start of his career. You got the Rams are fourth in yards per attempt, eighth in expected points allowed, sixth in explosives allowed, fourth in pressure rate, fourth in sack rate. Shough is going to be under pressure in this game. He doesn't really have a great receiving core to throw the ball to. He's got, in my opinion, a very weak running game. I know you say the name Alvin Kamara, but he's that 3.6 is 3.6. So he's got a weak running game. I think he's going to be under a lot of duress in this one. I'm trying to think of how do the Saints even score in this game. And I'm not even talking about Matt Stafford yet. Matt Stafford's having a top 10 type of year, top 10 quarterback in the league type of year. He's fourth in explosives. He's going to hit some big chunk plays in this game against this weak Saints secondary. 7.7 yards per attempt. I expect Devontae and Puka to have big games. And quietly, Kyron Williams is having a really good season. He's on pace for about 1,100, 1,200 yard type rushing season. So he's going to be able to, against the 21st ranked run defense, he's going to be able to make, hey, you're talking about a balanced offense for the Rams, who are going to probably be chilling on offense when they're not hitting big plays and scoring, because the Saints offense, I think, is going to be absolutely swamped by this Rams defense. So go ahead and give me the Rams, big number, but I'm going to go ahead and lay the 14. Moving on. Final game, we got the Bears and the Bengals. Bears, 2.5 point favorite. Bears, 2.5 point underdog last week. This is the only game I got wrong. So, are they going to bounce back, right? Can Caleb and that offense bounce back? They moved the ball last week against Baltimore, which by the metrics, by the numbers, was a bad pass defense, but they couldn't score in the red zone. This is like deja vu against the Bengals, AFC North team. By the numbers, this is a bad pass defense. They are 32nd. They are dead last in the league in explosive pass plays allowed. So you got to say Oh, Caleb can find Rome. Caleb can find DJ. He should be able to hit Loveland and company down the field. There should be a lot of big plays hit by Caleb Williams in this game. Can he get it done? That's the question. And then on top of that, the Bengals have no pass rush, so he's going to have time. 28th in pressure, 30th in sack rate. So he's going to have time. So if you know, I can't see a repeat of what happened last week against what was a porous Ravens defense. I don't know if that's going to happen 2 weeks in a row. And on the flip side of that, a lot of people are saying, a lot of people think that Joe Flacco came to Cincinnati and he kind of changed things there. And in a way it did. They've dropped over 30 points in his 2 starts there. He's not turning over the rock like Browning was. But 6.2 yards per attempt is not good. Okay, it's not good. He's throwing a lot of short passes to Chase. I know you can think of that one big deep ball that he hit to Chase, but really he's throwing a lot of short passes to Chase. And that's really how the Bengals have had to manufacture offense. The other Chase Brown, if you play fantasy football, you already know he's been a fantasy football flop. He got a chance in this game. The Bears have a bad pass defense, just front to back, every which way. But Flacco is not. He's over 40. He's not hitting big plays. He's not going to make big plays down the field against a Bears pass defense that's going to give it up. So to me, I think the Bengals are going to score some points in this game. But I think the Bears are going to score more than the Bengals in this game. So go ahead and give me the Bears laying the 2.5. I'm going to ride with them 2 weeks in a row. Let's see if they burn me this week. So, anyways, that wraps it up. 5 games for you, 4-1 the last 2 weeks. Well, 4-1 last week, 4-1 the week before. See if we can go 5-0 this week, or at least something like that, right? But anyways, if you like the content, please like, comment, subscribe, as you're going to see more NFL pick and prediction videos going forward. Take care.